Good evening, everyone. My name is Frankie Santiago, and today I'll be discussing an important topic that touches on the history of Puerto Rico, the political relationships, and the status of Puerto Rico within the United States. So basically, why and how the United States now owns Puerto Rico. To understand the relationship between Puerto Rico and the United States, we need to start with the Spanish War that was in 1898. This conflict marked a significant shift in the territorial dynamics of Americas. Before the war, Puerto Rico was a Spanish colony. It was part of Europe for over 400 years. However, as a result of the war, Spain was defeated by the United States. The Treaty of Paris was signed in December of 1998, officially ending the war and reshaping the control of territories in the Western Hemisphere. One of the terms of the treaty was that Spain would give Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines to the U.S. This marked the beginning. This marked the beginning of Puerto Rico's association with the United States. Now let's go to the 1917. That was nearly 2 decades later. In that year, the U.S. government granted the U.S. citizenship to Puerto Ricans through the Jones Act. This was a significant development because it gave Puerto Ricans basically citizenship, like Puerto Ricans will become legal to go into the United States. And that was really big for Puerto Rico and the people over there, because they were considered, like I said, legal. Puerto Rico's political status has been a topic of much debate in the last couple of years, even right now as we speak. Me as Puerto Rican, I can tell that is still a lot of controversy for years. Over the decades, there have been several referenda where Puerto Rico has been asked whether they want to remain a U.S. territory or become a state, or gain their independence. The results of the people back there have been mixed. In some cases, the majority of voters want to remain a territory owned by the United States, and some other people want to be a state. A key reason why Puerto Rico remains a territory and not a state is its unique political relationship with the United States. Back in Puerto Rico, they operate with a system of a local government which is own constitution, but is still subject to federal laws in many ways. So basically, they use some of the laws that the United States use, but with other states and stuff like that. For example, while Puerto Rico has its own elected government, Congress retains the power of making laws and override some laws that the Puerto Ricans might want to use and put in effect. They have to go through the U.S. Puerto Rico cannot elect a voting. They cannot do voting for electing representatives to the U.S. House or Senate, although he sends a non-voting representative called a resident commissioner to the Congress. That's someone that they send to be over there and part of some meetings back in the U.S. The economic aspect of Puerto Rico's relationship with the U.S. is also complex. Also, Puerto Rico enjoys certain benefits which right now, in 2025, they were cut off for a little. Such as access to markets and federal program, and people get some money from the government back home in Puerto Rico, and that's something that right now is not a thing, but that's how it was back then. Puerto Rico's economy has struggled, and the U.S. has sometimes been criticized for not providing enough economic help Puerto Rico to help lift Puerto Rico out of poverty. In 2017, Puerto Rico was really in debt, a crisis that led to the imposition of federally appointed people to manage the island's finances. Despite those challenges, Puerto Rico's relationship with the U.S. is still a little complex, although Puerto Rico enjoys, like I said earlier, some benefits. But the relationship is still a little complicated. Puerto Ricans have made a lot of contribution to the American culture, society, and military. A lot of military people for the U.S. are Puerto Ricans. Puerto Rico has also helped the U.S. and I wouldn't say help, but it has, been a part of their music and things like that. In the U.S. In conclusion, the United States ownership of Puerto Rico is a little bit complex because a lot of people in Puerto Rico wanted to become a state or want to be independent, but as of right now, Puerto Rico is part of the United States. And even though Puerto Rico has its own unique government, it remains under the jurisdiction of the United States, where the residents are basically considered U.S. citizens, like I said earlier. And that's it. Thank you.